These days, guys, people are being scammed on 1688, and trust me, it is really heartbreaking. Imagine raising ₦1,000,000, okay, and trying to buy goods on 1688, and at the end of the day, that ₦1,000,000 is forever gone. It is heartbreaking. In fact, it can even take some into depression because you don't know exactly where they got the money, how they strived, how they suffer to raise that capital. People are being scammed on 1688, and this is real. My name is Oni Omura. If you're new here, you're welcome. Here in this channel, I create content around starting and growing an online business. I go in depth with mini importation business, affiliate marketing, drop shipping, and different ways of earning sustainable income from the online space. So feel free to subscribe if videos like this interest you. Now, just as I mentioned at the beginning, guys, people are being scammed on 1688, and it is becoming alarming. People are scammed of their hard-earned money, and I seriously had to make this video urgently so that more people don't get scammed. Like, it really got me angry. I was not happy at all. How would somebody raise up to 800 to ₦1,000,000 to buy goods on 1688, and somebody just scammed that person of that money? It is really heartbreaking. Now, what I want to do here is to show you guys how this person got scammed, right? To show you guys the things you need to do to avoid this, because trust me, this could have been avoided for sure. This could have been avoided, but the mistake has already been done. We can only learn and move forward, right? So that is why I'm making this video. So a few weeks ago, somebody contacted me on WhatsApp. Of course, a subscriber on this channel contacted me on WhatsApp that he or she, I don't know if that's a guy or a lady, I really can't tell, okay, but I know that person is a subscriber here. He or she contacted me on WhatsApp and was like, Oni, please, I need your help. I paid a supplier on 1688. I paid the supplier, and the supplier is no longer replying my messages. The supplier did not ship out my goods to my shipping company warehouse. Can you please help me? Yeah, the first question I asked is, what was the mode of payment? Right, since you said this supply is on 1688, did you pay directly on 1688 or did you pay offline? And the person said he or she paid offline. Now, I know some of you be like, only people that pay offline are actually risking their money. I understand that. Personally, most of my suppliers, I pay them offline. In fact, I do direct bank transfer. Apart from paying through Alipay, hope you know we can do direct bank transfer. I buy things in bulk. I sell footwears, right? So I buy things in bulk. I do direct bank transfer offline. I get these suppliers on 1688. I take them off 1688. We chat on WhatsApp, we chat on WeChat, and I make my payments offline. And to be honest, guys, I have never been scammed. And when I see people being scammed this way, it really gets to me, because these are stuff you would have avoided, right? Don't worry, I'm going to explain that later. So this guy or this lady got scammed of 800 RMB. Now, if you know the current exchange rate, you can actually do the math and know how much that is in Naira. Yes. So I actually asked this person to send me the supplier's store ID so I can actually check, if possible, speak with the supplier. So I went ahead and then I scrolled down the supplier store. Seriously, on seeing some things, I already know this is not somebody I should consider buying from. Now, I don't blame this person, not at all. I don't blame them, because maybe they were not aware, right? There are things you need to be aware of when it comes to importing from China, especially if you're using 1688. Now, some of you think these people are saints. You think scammers are only in Nigeria. Yeah, the rate of scammers you see on 1688, it will leave your mouth wide open. There are scammers on 1688, people that post different products and you feel they have those products. They are just there to lure you to come pay, especially pay offline, and that's it, your money is gone. Now I actually went ahead and contacted the supplier. I was like, hey, how you doing? I want to buy so and so. I sent in pictures. I will leave some screenshots on the screen so you guys can see it. I sent in pictures of items I want to buy from his store. He was like, okay, these items are available. I don't have. I was like, fine, I want to make payment. I want to pay using my exchanger's Alipay. Can you send your details? Immediately he sent his details. I was like, okay, so you're actually online and my friend made payment to you. She paid, or he paid offline and made payment to you. I sent him the screenshot because I already asked that subscriber of mine to send me screenshots. I sent him the screenshot. I told him, see, this person paid you and you never shipped out his goods and you stop replying his messages. What is the matter? That was the end. He never replied me again. He up to today, I'll leave a screenshot. He never replied me again. I said, okay, now there is a problem. What can I do? Of course, if I run to 1688 customer care service and I complain, I already know what the outcome will be. There is nothing they can do to help me because this payment was made offline. Now, I know myself, I come here and I tell you guys, if you don't have an Alipay account and you want to pay suppliers, you can pay them offline. But before you go ahead and pay them offline, there are things you need to notice from the supplier stores. There are things you need to check. You need to leave your eyes wide open and check out for these things. If you don't see these things checked, that should be a red flag. Now, to show you all these things you need to check, I am actually going to take you down my phone screen to show you all practically because I don't want this to happen again. Like, I don't want people to lose their money because they want to import things from China. I have students I have trained that have imported and they made payments offline and they actually got their goods. If I can't trace all of them, I'll leave screenshot because most times when they buy these items, they usually come back to, you know, just tell me thank you and they leave some screenshots for me. So I'll leave some screenshots if I can trace them back, right? But let's also get this straight. What is the best way or the safest way to make payments on 1688? The safest way or the safest method to make payments is to pay on the platform. That's the safest. That is to say, you have a verified Alipay account that has been verified with an international passport. You have linked that Alipay account with your Taobao account as well as your 1688 account. Then you can use it to make payment directly on 1688. Now, if you make payment directly on 1688 and after paying a supplier, the supplier fails to ship out your goods, immediately you can apply for refund and your money will be refunded within 24 hours. Within 24 to 48 hours, you will get the money back to your Alipay account. That's the safest method. Also, if after making payment, the supplier ships out your goods, but your shipping company did not get that parcel, they've confirmed that that parcel did not get to their destination or to their warehouse, you can file a complaint against that supplier and it will be looked into. Yes, it will be looked into, and if the supplier is guilty, your money will be refunded 100%. Now, for those that don't have a verified Alipay account and they want to pay their suppliers themselves, I usually advise them to chat up these suppliers, get their suppliers Alipay details, and after concluding on the orders, they go ahead and use exchangers to pay the suppliers offline, and then after confirmation their goods can be sent. Now I'll leave some screenshot of those that have done this successfully. But before you do this, open your ears, hold it. Before you do this, you need to check out for what I'll be showing you practically on my phone in a moment. Check all of this step by step, and if any of this is not complete, please step out from that store, search for another supplier. I say this a lot. There are over 1001 supplier of a particular product on 1688. There are a lot of suppliers on this platform. Now let's say you don't even want to risk it, you don't want to pay offline. Please go ahead and verify your Alipay account. It is not difficult. What do you need to verify an Alipay account? An international passport. Yes, and getting an international passport is not that expensive compared to what you stand to lose if you get scammed. Say you want to start this business and you know this is something you want to do in the long run. Please, why not calm down, get your international passport, verify your Alipay account, fund this Alipay account, and start making payments directly without risking it. Yeah, me, I'm very comfortable with the way I buy on the site. Most of my orders I pay offline because these are suppliers that I have been into business with. We know each other, we understand each other, and my money is safe. Right now, with all of this being said, let me take you down my phone screen, show you everything you need to check before you pay a supplier offline. Now, as you all can see from my screen, this is a particular Crocs that I want to buy. Okay, all I did is just picture search. I have a picture on my phone, so I just use the camera icon on 1688 app to search for this particular footwear, and these are the results I got. Right now, remember, I don't have a verified Alipay account. Do you get? I don't have a verified Alipay account. Now, remember, I don't have a verified Alipay account. I want to make payments offline to this particular supplier. Now, what do I need to look out for? What are the things I need to look out for that if I see in a supplier, it's a green light that yes, I can actually make payments offline, okay, in order to avoid being scammed and my money gone, right? In order to avoid being scammed and losing my money, there are things you need to be on the lookout for. Let me say it theoretically before we go into practical. Number one is you need to look out for the supplier that has lots of transactions. Like these footwears, from the number you can see here, you can see that some have sold over 1,000 pieces, some 100 pieces, some 400, some 10 pieces, some 700, 300, 10,000. So you need to look out for suppliers with lots of transaction. That's the first criteria. Number two is you need to look out for supplier that has reviews. Remember, you want to make payments offline, so you don't want to actually gamble with your money. Take your time, search for suppliers that have reviews, like positive reviews. The next thing is this: you need to search for suppliers that have at least a minimum of 3.5 star rating and above. That is to say from 3.5, 4, 4.5, and then 5. You all know that 5 is the maximum, right, when it comes to star ratings. So search for suppliers with at least 3.5 star rating. Anything below that, say you see 3, 2.5, and the rest, forget about that supplier. Please search for another. Now let's practicalize it. You can see the supplier. You can see the supplier, the first one there, the price is 50 yuan and over 1,000 pieces sold. The return rate is 29. Guys, you'll be wondering, how am I getting all this information? Now let me be cycling them for you. Let me cycle them for you. This 50 yuan here is the price, right? This 1,000 plus is the number of this particular product that has been sold out before, right? 1,000 plus. This particular seller has been in business for 10 years. You can see it there. He has been in business for 10 years, and you can see the return rate. The general store return rate here is 29%. I forgot to mention that. You need to look out for suppliers with high percentage return rate. You can see this one. Now compare it with the second one, that is this one, where you have the price as 43. Same 1,000 plus pieces sold, but this person has been in business for 1 year and the return rate is 32. Obviously, the return rate of the second is more than the first, the price is cheaper, and they have the same pieces sold, almost the same pieces sold. But the difference is that one has been in business for 10 years while the other has been in business for 1 year. Obviously, if you're just starting your business, okay, you will try as much as you can to sell your product cheaper than those that have already made name for themselves, so that you also can penetrate into the market. I guess that's what the supplier is doing. The supplier that has just 1 year 1 year in business. Now let's take a look at some orders. You can see this person, the price is 48, 1,000 plus, 34% return rate and 1 year. This order 42%, 1,000 plus, 32 and 1 year. So let's scroll. Now you can see all of this for yourself. This person is 42, selling 42 yuan, but the 17% return rate, never. So what I would do is that I would search between this person and this person. Of course, I want to buy it at a good rate. One is selling for 43, the other is selling for 42, and all of them, they've been in business for just 1 year. I know there are some trainers that would tell you you don't need to buy from suppliers that have been in business for 1 year. If you know that's an issue for you, then go with this person that has been in business for 10 years. 10 years. Of course, the person will not be a scammer. Someone that has been in business for 10 years will not. I don't think that person is here to scam your money. So go ahead and buy from this person. So go ahead and buy from this particular person that has been in business for good 10 years. 10 years is not 10 days, okay? So let's click on them one after the other. I'll click on this. Let's see if we'll get any review. Of course, there is no review. This particular section is blank. You can see it, no review. But let's scroll down and see more. Good. You can see that the star rating from this particular store is how many? 4.0. Let me cycle it so you see it. This is it here. 4.0 star rating, which is actually a good one. But guys, if I scroll down and I notice that this supplier has different items, like it's selling different categories of products, this will be an off for me. So let me scroll down. Okay, so these are some of their products, all under footwear. So I can actually consider this particular seller. Then let me check the order. That the price is going for 42. If I can get a rating, almost the same pictures. You know, with 1688, you see several sellers using almost the same pictures. Still yet no written review. Yeah, the same 4-star rating. You can see it for yourself. No written review, the same 4-star rating. Let's see if the product are related. This is a seller I can actually consider, but because I want to make payments offline, of course I don't want to do tumbom. I want to be sure. I want to see written review. This is another seller that is selling for 48 yuan, okay, and has 34% return rate, which is a good one. So I'll click again to see. Good, at least here I'm seeing some written reviews. I'll click on it. That this store has 5-star on this particular product, and this has some positive review. The first person bought 6. The first person there bought 2 pieces. The second person bought 1. The third person bought 1. Okay, which is actually a good one. At least I've seen some written review. But the general store rating here is 3.5. Take note of it. The general store rating is 3.5. That other 5-star rating you saw was for this particular product. But the general store, that is for every product they have, the average is 3.5. Let's see if they have related items. Guys, can you see? As you can see that this is another, and this person has sold just 70 pieces. This is the one I'm talking about. This seller has sold 70 plus of this item, and the price is high, which is 50. Okay, we have others selling for around 42, 43. and this person has been in business for just 1 year. The return rate here is quite high, that's why I'm interested in it. 37% return rate. So let's go ahead and click on it. But the number of transactions is off for me because it is too small, just 70% on this particular product, and the price is quite high. So now let me first of all click before I conclude. So let's scroll down. This particular seller has written reviews with even pictures. You can see it here. Written reviews with pictures. The general store rating here is 3.5, which is actually my minimum. This is the minimum I can go. Take note of that. The minimum is 3.5, max is 5. So with this, I want to click on these reviews. So I'll just click on the reviews. So you can see this first review we have here. This person gave just 2 stars. Why are you giving 2 stars and you bought 3? So let's try translating it, and you can see a crying emoji here, which is actually a red flag. So let's translate this. This person says, I have ordered 3, you sent 2, please give me back. Wow, it seems the person ordered for 3 and only 2 items was sent to this person. The person ordered for 3, but just 2 were delivered. Just 2 were delivered, and you can see the pictures of the 2. And this particular white sticker that gives information about what was sent, you can see that 1 was cancelled, it was not sent. Wow. This person ordered 3 of this particular footwear, but 2 were delivered. And when you scroll down, you can see this person bought 14. This person bought 14 pieces and gave 5 stars. So is this a seller I am willing to buy from? The answer is no. Once I see 1 negative comment, I am running because I am making payment offline. If something like this happens, how will I be able to report? How will I be able to get my item back? Of course, no way if I pay offline. So if I see any negative comments this way, I am off. Even if you are the best of the best, I am off. So this is actually a no for me. The seller I'll go with. Reason is the price is reasonable, right? And I can buy just 1. You can see it here. I can buy just 1. If I don't want to buy more than 1, I can buy just 1 to see the quality. And maybe my next order I buy more. This person is selling for 43 1. I can buy just 1. So even if they don't deliver just 1, at least I'm not losing that much money, to be honest. I always convince people before you conclude on the supplier to buy in bulk from, buy 1, buy 2, okay, either 1 or 2, ship it down using air. Of course, you can afford to ship fewer kg using air. Test the quality of whatever thing you're buying before concluding and buying in bulk from a particular supplier. It gives you peace of mind. It gives you peace of mind. Not when you buy in bulk, you're not sure of the quality. You're already ordering 10 cartons, 20 cartons. When everything comes, you're disappointed. That one is heartbreaking. Yeah, so please, this seller can sell 1 to me conveniently. The price is reasonable, very okay. The general star rating is 4, which is not bad at all. And I can go ahead, click on the message icon, message this supplier immediately and order from them. So hope you've learned something new from this. Please leave your comments in the comment sections. Hope you've learned 1 or 2 from this. Please drop your comments for me in the comment section. If you have been scammed before, please let me know, and how did you handle it? Because personally, I have not experienced it, but there are people that have actually experienced this scamming stuff, and it's not funny at all. So you need to trade with caution. Better still, go get an international passport, verify your Alipay account, fund your Alipay account, and make payments directly. Thank you guys. See you in the next video.